Scott. Right now, the war in Afghanistan is looking kind of bleak, especially with the leak, with the things going on with Pakistan, with everything really in the simplest terms we're kind of losing. So what would be your suggestions for how to either improve what we're doing over there, or, I mean, what can we do basically?
This is, sir, thank you. This, that's one of the most important questions asked tonight. We have our young people in harm's way. We have our families being devastated every day, by the loss. When the folks come to the door to give news to the families. And we need to get this right. It's a dangerous world that we live in. It's a terribly complicated country. Tribal loyalties run very, very, very deep. We know the history of the British. We know the history of the Russians. It's just the terrain is extraordinarily difficult. There's widespread corruption. There's widespread graft. There is the government itself, the Karzai government. It's hard to respect that government and the elections that took place. So we're putting our men and women in a very, very difficult situation there. What we must do, this is what we know with certainty, is that we cannot allow that country, that terrain, to be a safe haven for Al-Qaeda. We cannot allow the kind of attack that happened on September 11th to be planned and orchestrated and executed again from that location. I supported the surge. I thought that was the right idea. A very difficult decision. I supported the president on that, although he didn't fully fund and support the troop surge, and I think he should have honored the request of the on-the-ground commander. Now, going forward, we want to, at the earliest possible date, bring our young men and women home. Now, I think to announce that date to the enemy is a grave mistake. They will pivot around that date. They will pivot around that date. They will use it to plan their operations. So I think that it's proper for the Pentagon, for the Secretary of Defense, and the President, and the Joint Chiefs of Staff to not disclose everything to the American people. Okay? All right? That's all right. That's a good thing. There are times when holding things close to the vest is a good thing. But we need to bring them home as soon as we possibly can. Rely upon our technology, rely upon our Predator drones, rely upon our wonderful special forces to continue to disrupt that area as long as it is going to continue to harbor those who would do us harm. That's a critical point for me. I'm not into nation building. I don't think we have an obligation to just to turn that country into something that it's not. That is not the objective of the American military. That's not our mission there. I don't see it as such. Now, if providing stability is part of it at that minimum level, just to get through, but to give our men and women home so that the tragic loss of life does not continue.